Alrighty guys, what's up? Sorry for the delay. I was supposed to start at 8, it's 8:21. I was having dinner, bro. Wifey cook, I gotta eat. And it was bang, like super banging. So sorry for the delay. But you need me with energy in order for me to talk my talk. So welcome. In like 30 seconds. See what's up. Put this a little bit higher. Mr. Jumper, you in here? So guys, let's start this party, I guess. So guys, so again, welcome to Vice Trading's Academy's daily market breakdown, where we break down these 9 pairs that are on your right side of your screen. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure to join the free Discord. The link is in the description and is also in the chat. So let's talk a little bit about what we do here. Again, this is the daily market breakdown where we break down these 9 pairs and we look for POIs, right? We look for points of interest, which are basically setups. And once they hit these points of interest, price hit these points of interest, that's when we start looking for our entry criteria and our entry model to, participate in the market. In order to really grasp what we're doing here, there are 2 other lives that we do that complements this, which is the weekly market breakdown, which is on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, we also have a live trading room Monday through Friday at starts at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard, between 6 and 7, depending on what the market is saying. But and yeah, so make sure to subscribe and join the Discord so you can keep up with the links, so you can gain everything. So guys, so let's start the party with AU. So AU, let's fix the past couple days. Let's look at the daily moves. The daily moves that it has been doing the past couple days. We have Thursday price went down, Friday price went up, and yesterday, which is today technically, price it gapped but consolidated nonetheless, right? Sorry about that. That's the Discord getting on. So that's no net. No net. NN means no net. No net change. It's just short. Got some homework in. Got some people sending me garbage. Alright, he sent me his homework. I'll go look over that. This was updating. I didn't even know we needed to update. So alright, so let's continue. So let's look at AU. So AU right now we in A2, meaning we're on the way down. Just looking at the 4-hour structure, what we're looking at right now. Excuse me, guys. What we're looking right now is at the 4-hour structure, right? We can see that in the 4-hour market is down. We had a change of character at the top. We had a break of structure, a push, right? We had another push that broke structure here, and we're retesting where the BOS was at, right? So here's where we are. So right now, we definitely in a point of interest, right? Now, what type of behavior do I want to see around here, right? Because again, this is a point of interest of the 4-hour chart. I want to see price turn around. And what type of market structure do I want to see in the internal? I want to see a change of character, change of direction. So with that being said, let's take a look at this, right? This that we're going to look at is this push up that it did, right? Then it pushed down, right? Retested that low that was set here and pushed back up and is retesting these highs, right? Swept the high technically. But let's take a look at the lower time frame to look at the market behavior. So Thursday, did we have an opportunity on Thursday? Right, this is Thursday. So market's giving us higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high. Right. So here we have a place where we want to see price break from. Right, give us a break and a retest. Right. If we notice up here, price is just push back. Right, made the higher high, higher low, made a lower high. Right, the price broke out, made a lower low, lower high, right? Almost test, but didn't test, right? Caused a change to come to the bottom. They made a lower low, lower low, and started to push back up, right? But came close to the 4 hour low. Now, this is the same type of behavior that we expect to hear. We want to change the character to happen on this side, right? So this type of market structure is where we're going to be focusing on right now. So let me remove that. Let's go to our 30. Let's take a look at our 30 market structure. I'm gonna take out the 4, no longer needed, right? Because we're sitting here, right? So let's take a look. Let's update this. Right? We started at the lower high party, right? So right now we're just retesting that high. Right? One of the things I did notice on a higher time frame that they swept it. Right? So let's take a look. So right here, notice how price was swept and it came back down. So here's where we're gonna focus on is over here. So what's the game plan for today? Right? Retest of the high could be. I don't see it though, because that's what they did. They did the high of the week maybe yesterday. Now, where do I want price to break out of, cause that change? Will be down here, guys. This would be the place of changing for me. Will be down here. Will be the place I want to see. Let me put this to charge. My iPad acts as my second screen, and it just. I didn't charge it yesterday. I didn't charge it all day. So turn off. So it'll turn on like 10 minutes. So then I put it back on. So yeah, so now I want price to break from here. This would be like my 30-minute place that I would want to see a break, right? But if I drop down this push that it did up, that is coming down, I'm going to see what we need to see. We're going to see price give us higher highs, higher lows, changing characters and everything, right? As we can see from here, we have this higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? And here, price make that higher low, lower high, lower low, and pushed. Made a lower high, right? Equal low, lower high, and it's pushing down. So here's where we get that type of behavior in a 5 minute structure. It's letting us know like, hey, we changed over, right? But in order for that change to really happen, they have to take out this consolidating zone that happened here, right? Because this could be the accumulation, manipulation to the top. So people think that, hey, we're going up and we're going to start distributing to the bottom. But my distribution confirmation for me will be breaking up these lows right here, right? Which we put it in our 30 minutes. So this is our trading plan for today. right? I want price to break below here. Then we can start looking for entries. All right, so that's AU. So AU, I'm gonna put a green. EURCAD, let's update these previous moves. So we had a no net, we had a rise, and we had a drop. No net, rise, drop. All right, so overall on the 4 hour, how are we looking? We looking like we're going back to the downside, right? We had 3 weeks of a drop, then we had a no net last week. So this week, no net means reset. So this week, just like it could go up, it could go down, or it could, you know, have a consolidating week again. So for me to start participating, am I going to be taking anything off these lows? No. Why? Because between this high and this low, we're dead smack in the middle, right? This is a no trade zone for me, right? If you take out your fib, right, you're where you want to be, 61.8, right? This is the golden ratio, right? But the fact that it was tested so many times and still looking down, for me, I needed to break the high for me to know that we're going down, right? So I want to see a, breaking of some sort of high to show that we started to move to the top side, right? So let's go down, right? None of this. I want price to break the highs, right? So there's really nothing for me to take today. Because by the time it gets up here, what's going to happen is we are already, this is a retest. Let's see, maybe retest the low, right? The low was swept, this low was swept, this low was swept, this low was swept. Notice how many times it swept the lows. Low was swept, right? Notice how they always close below, low swept, right? They sweeping all these lows. This low was swept, right? So taking a trade off the low, look how many times they swept. So keep that in mind. We have from the low, but the safest trade will be once it break out of here and shows that, hey, we're starting to move to the top side. So I'm going to put it green, but definitely the safest is up here. By the time it gets up here, it's going to reach ADR, which is the average daily range for the day. So I'm pretty sure we're not going to get uh, uh, an entry on this one. Let me see. It's going to be tough. Let's turn on that. Yes. It's not going to be enough pips for us to really book a profit because it's going to reach the ADR for the day. So let's go to Euro USD. So just taking a look at Euro USD, right? I left it here for us. Right, we had a previous 3 weeks of drop. So last week we were expecting what? A no net or a rise, not price to finish below, right? So here it is, guys. Here's your proof of your moves. The beginning of the week candle is this red candle here. Did the end of the week, did it touch the candle? Yes, it did, right? We ended where we started. Start of the week was here, price pushed down, right? And look where we ended, same place, right? This is the first candle of the day, of the week. So this is the week end candle. Notice. We there. So let me delete that. That just goes to show you guys how price action is really happening, right? If you were in class last week, or if you don't know what I mean, go back to last week's recordings, live classes, and just Look for Euro USD every day so you can hear the explanation of what was supposed to happen and how we ended the week. And we ended the week exactly like we said we were. Now, with that being said, now that we ended the week where we said it was, we're in V1. We expected price to go up. When we look at the 4-hour structure, we getting lower lows, lower highs. We had a change of character to the downside. We had a break of structure. We had two breaks of structure to the downside, right? So with that being said, right, overall on the 4-hour, the trend is down, right? So I want to see price get to a place where price has turned around and is starting to truly move up, right? And that will be when price changes back to the top, which for where price is at right now and the type of market structure that it has created, this will be the place for the break of the change of character, right? On the 4-hour. But on the 30-minute, if we're looking at the 30-minute time frame, we are making higher highs and higher lows, right? Let's draw it so we can have a representation of it. Right? So we are making higher highs and higher lows right now, right? We are moving up, but this is a short-term up move because the 4-hour overall is down, but the daily market maker is up, right? So we need all these gears to get aligned for us to know like, hey, now we're good to trade. Right now, 4-hour is up. I mean, daily is up, 4-hour is down, 30-minute is up, right? We have two ups and one down. Is that confluence? No, it's not matching, right? So let's think about it. It's not matching. So we have to start in this type of trading. You have to understand your stops. Not meaning your stop, where to get in and where to get out, where to get in and where to get out, right? So even trading ADR here would not be a good play, right? It will be the top of the zone. So you know right now you at a bottom of a zone and you at the top of a zone, right? This will be the top, this will be the bottom. Any trade I take, I need to get out, not all the way at the top because sometimes it doesn't reach all the way to the top, but a little bit less than the top to be conservative, right? Because price could retest the high to then drop, right? Or you need to wait for price. You get in, you get out, you wait for price to break the high, retest, give you everything you need to see it on a lower time frame for a continuation to get back in. But to hold the trade, when you have a daily up, 4-hour down, 30-minute up, you know, um, you don't know which side of the fence you are. You just need to understand where you need to get in and where you need to get out. Play it safe, right? That's the key element here, right? So with that being said, let's get our game plan together. So retest of the lows will be here. My BOS. All right. My BOS, my break to go up here. Meet this candle, right? Break retest will give us approximately 17 pips gain, right? Not that much. But that's the play. If it comes back down and gives us what we need to go up, we understand that we enter somewhere around here, exit up here, right? That's 26. And then maybe you might not even need to exit if it has enough momentum. You exit up around here. Well, you exit here. This is where I will exit here. Won't even wait for that. Exit here, right? And then wait to see what price holds. But if you got a good entry, that's 36 pips. That's almost STP. That's you should be okay with that because you're close to where you need to be. Right? So that's the game plan for Euro USD. GJ, peak formation high. We expecting price to go down. Peak highs, I don't trade. We had a rise, no net. And yesterday we had, remember, it gapped. So we still have no net. And GJ, I'm not trading GJ. I'll let the experts on Instagram tell you what to do. GU, we had a 2 days of rise, Um, we had a gap on the second day. You can see it here. We had a gap. Um, Third day didn't give us a new high, gave us a drop. Here we had another gap, we had a rise, then we had another gap on that. So all right, so just looking at the overall structure, the 4 hour, where are we on the 4 hour? 4 hour right now looks up. Let me see, do I have what I need? Oh, I didn't redo it. Oh well. So we did have a change of character here. We had a break of structure to the top side. We had another break over here to the top side, right? And we're trading in between this zone as right now. So with that being said, we have here's our low, here's our high of the zone, and right now we dead smack in the middle of the zone. Right? So it's not a good place to trade. But market structure looks good in my opinion because we're in a consolidating zone that's happening here. Right? The highs are being held, right? And we're bringing it in higher lows, right? That's signs of uptrend movement, right? Which will be this. That's signs of uptrend movement. I don't trade trend lines. Just I want to make that clear. I'm using the trend line so you can gauge what time it is, right? And this is about 2 o'clock ish, right? If you look at a watch, for those of you who have a standard watch, if that's the hour hand, what hour is that? Right? 12 will be up at the top. 12 will be here. What I mean by that is this, gentlemen, just for those who are kind of lost. If this is a clock, right, you have 12, right? You have 6, you have 3, you have 9, right? What time would that be? That would be about 2 o'clock ish, right? If one of the hours was at 12, and then the other ones will be here like this, what time would that be? It'd be like 2 o'clock, maybe 1, right? Around there. Let's see, I have a circle over here, middle, 12, 3, 6, well, 9, sorry. This is the middle. What time would that be? Like 2 o'clock. Right? 4, 5, 6 o'clock, right? We had 2 o'clock ish. 2 o'clock ish is what? Uptrend. It's a little trick. I'm telling you, you never know what you're gonna learn over here with me every day. That's why I tell some of you guys, man, you think you're so close to the end, but you're so far. Because there's no such thing as that. Right? There's just so much that you learn with time. So that's letting me know that we are on uptrend, right? We're still holding uptrend behavior. So let's take a look, right? Let's set up what we're gonna do. Notice how we still in this consolidation, right? They haven't broke out of the highs yet, right? The highs is still the place where I want to trade off. The lows. Notice the sweeping of the lows. This low was swept, right? Pushed up, never came back, right? This low was never contested. Why? Because the swept lows are not gonna go back there, right? So maybe we get a sweep before the push up, maybe. So here's the play. GU is on the books. USDCAD, we have a no net, no net. This could be a drop. This is a drop, no net, right? To finish this off, drop, made a new low, a drop, and then came up and finished where it started, right? So that's a drop, no net. To finish that 3-day pattern, following day we had a what? No net change. Price didn't change really. Then yesterday, price did what? Slight drop, right? Put a slight drop there. But nonetheless, what are we? We in a consolidating zone, right? Price just moved, came back up, just so you guys can see this. So let's make this high. This to be the low, right? This the place that's being tested, or this. If I were to edit this and put a middle line, notice what price is doing. This is the middle. Price comes to the middle, fakes up, comes back to the middle, right? Consolidates, fakes down, comes back to the middle, fakes up, comes back to the middle, right? Fake up again, come back, fake down, come back, right? So now you know that, hey, we're in this, right? Some people may see it as, okay, we're in this consolidation between here and here, right? We have false move out of it, false move out of it, right? False move out of it. And short-term traders, right? Lower time frame traders, what are they doing? Remember, anytime you hit a high of a consolidation, what are you taught to do? You're taught to go short. Took you out, right? Out of there. Grab traders going long because, hey, we got a break, we got a retest, we're going to move up. Then that red candle took you out, right? So boom, got you back in the game, right? Price came to the low here. You were expecting to go up. Price went up. Then you probably took it again because you thought it was going to tap you in. Came back, took you out fast. Everybody, you were here going long, here going long, here going long. It took out all your stop losses. Why? That move to the backside was 37 pips, right? It's 37 pips you're losing right away, right? Everyone here. Boom. Came to the top. Again, traders are taught when it goes to the top of the resistance, you take shorts. You took a short, came back here, you took a long, take a long, you still holding, you're waiting to get cashed out. Holding to wait to get cashed out because you want to get optimal, right? So you're not going to take it at the 50, you're going to wait. You got close to your TP, price came back down, probably took it again, I don't know, or some latecomers came and took it. Then what did they do? All these entries, what did they do? They took you out. Notice what they did. Here, 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 take them out. Here, 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 take them out. Notice the behavior. Notice the little signs. Those little signs. How many times? 1, 2, 3, take them out. 1, 2, 3, take them out. Gotta take you out. Can't leave you in the game. We leave you in the game, you're gonna get paid. Take them out. Get them out of there. Sweep them out. Right? So we ain't gonna play that game. We need price to break and retest. It's that simple. This is why I love break and retest, right? Because break and retest is going to assure us that, hey, you know what? You can see the sweep. You can see structure start to create. You get that break and retest. That's another confirmation. You have a lot of confirmations for you to book a decent profit, right? Not all the time. What I mean by not all the time, because there's times where, the price comes back, the ADR is not high enough. Like it's not enough room to book a profit. But look how much we have here. We have enough room to book something, right? Retest up the low. I doubt that it's coming back, right? We close to the high. We in the middle of this high and this low. So, but we'll watch it. USDCAD, right? USDCAD. I'm trading this a lot, right? Just so you guys see the overall picture on USDCAD. Right? We had price was pushing up, price came, pushed down, right? In order for me to see a change of direction of the 4 hour, I need to see price change back to the top side, right? Because we're trading in between this zone right now, right? This 4 hour zone. We're trading between that zone, right? So I need to see that. But if I drop down, which I will, to the 30, so you can see the internal that's happening here, right? So we have this 30-minute structure, right? So price was making lower lows, lower highs. Over here, price changed to start making higher highs, higher lows. Let's take a look. Price is here, right? So right now, where are we? What's our 30-minute zone? Right? So you guys don't get confused. This is our 30-minute zone. We're trading in between this zone right now. Price is just consolidating in between here. Why? We had a break a structure here. Notice. So we go down a little bit. You can see these mechanics. Right? This is the important stuff. This is the nuts and bolts of what we do here. Right? So the 4-hour was down, still looks down. In order for the 4-hour to solidify the change, we need to break above here. Right? But the internal structure to the 4-hour, what we use is the 30-minute. So the skeleton of that blue line is these red lines, right? This is the surface, this is the skeleton, this is the skin, this is the skeleton. This one makes up, the anatomy. So the anatomy of what's happening here is we went to the low. Once we went to the low, we caused a break of structure to the top side. Price consolidated for a minute, broke out again, caused a break of structure, consolidated for a minute, caused another break, right? Pull back, right? Swept, and then made a run to the top, right? So what was the push that caused this break? Was from here. So this is the bottom of the zone, right? And this is the top of the zone. So this is why we in here. We haven't had a break of structure just yet. We're dead smack in the middle of the zone, right? So now, in a smaller perspective, which will be our 5-minute chart, which is basically what my visuals were for this, right? What are we seeing here? We're seeing price respect the high that was made over here and just making lower lows, lower highs this whole time. We're still here, right? This is what's happening. So in the 30-minute, we had price making all these highs, higher lows. We had a change of character here to the bottom side, right? We had a break here. We had another break here, right? The next break should be what? Here, and it didn't break. It just came up. So in order for it to go, literally the change will be up here. This will be an early move. So price come up and change back up. What we have a change of character, right? Price broke this structure, back and does this, right? And let's see what happens here, right? I want it to change and continue so we can get entry, or price could come back and start moving back down again, like it did all this, right? So we just need to wait for price to decide what's next, right? Because overall, this is what's happening here. We can see that. But we need price to show us a change. And until that change doesn't happen, we just, waiting. Anything else that you're going to take, you're just guessing, right? There's no confirmation. There's no, ooh, I thought so. None of that bullshit. Only lying to yourself, right? So this is why I said that. But this is an early one. And the reason why I say that is because the reason why they put it here is because of that. Because it's just a candle that went up. I know what a breaking structure looks like, right? I know what a breaking structure looks like. So for those of you who needed that explanation, there you go. So US30, let's take a look. Where are we? Are we still in my no trade zone? Let's take all this out. All right, so let's take out this brush. Let's go here with it. This is the top of the zone. Did we have a break? Yes, we did. We clearly got a break. We're right now in the retest. That green candle, the last green candle, right? I'm gonna use the whole wick because the whole wick will be here. Just gonna use the body of the candle and the top of the wick. This is the place that price needs to break. Price tested on the 30, right? Faked all this, came back down. Price came, broke out. This is a breakout. Why? Because the next candle cleared. The price is retraced back. This is the place where I want to take a trade. So what's the game plan here, gentlemen? Right? We are in a very nice point of interest. Right? So what does this needs to reflect on the lower time frame? Let's draw it. We need to see this lower lows. What's happening here? Why is it doing that? Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Right? I want to see this. This is what I want to see here. But not on the 30, obviously. Need to chop it down. Right? Maybe not even on the 5. I need to chop it down to the 1. Right? Because we don't really see market structure here like we should. We see this. Right? It's just technically moving sideways. It's technically in this range, has not broken out. You have to see a little bit more. You have to see a little bit more details of the direction. Okay? You have to see how we're making lower highs. We get to see a little bit more detail, right? So where do I want to see my things change over? Right now, will be here, right? These are the zones, right? So I want to see price change and play with these zones. That's the play, guys, right? Why I say that? Because look, here you have a zone here, right? Just like you have a zone here, right? Here's your building blocks, right? You have another zone. All this was one. Right? Price fake came down, zone, lowered the zone. That's the play. So BOS. Excuse me. Retest obviously will be the same low. Maybe sweep and then change above here for the day. Very easy. Very easy. Definitely will be on the 5 and the 1. Will be the I'll spend more time on the 5 and the 1 than any other time frame. This is gangrene. Gold. We got oh wow, hold on. I didn't even do the moves. Here we got a rise. We ended up with a rise regardless. And then here we got a drop. Here we got a rise. Let's see. whole piece is giving us uptrend movement too. Right? You got to change. Notice the same thing that we're looking for here is what we want to see here. You got it here. Look. Right? Yeah. Right? We're just testing the same place. This is why we got to get that break retest here. Break retest to make this type of behavior. But I need to see the same thing from a macro perspective and a micro perspective, which will be there. Same shit, different day. I'm gonna leave that there. Let's go back to gold. Gold, we had a no net, we had a drop, and we had a drop. So we had 2 days of drop. So this is the Lewis trade right here coming through, coming soon to a theater near you. This is the famous Lewis trade, the world famous. I can't even say famous. You put that adjective world before famous. That descriptive word world means wow. I'm not up on that. That's all over the place. So the world famous jumper trade. We're gearing up for it at the low. So the world famous jumper trade, right? If you know, you know. Nipsey Blue. If you know, you know. I'm not going to discuss it. If you know, you know. And my favorite pair of all time. Told you, man. You gotta start listening to me when I tell you guys. Buy in fast. I told you guys. On September, buy. Don't snooze. You snooze, you lose. That would have been doubled already. Just think about it. Whatever you would have put, I told you you'll put whatever you can. Don't think about it. Don't waste more time. Get in now. Don't snooze. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 months, actually 5 months, right? 5 months holding an asset and you already doubled for not doing nothing, but just putting it in. Pause. No homework. Right? You know, you live, you learn, and tables turn, guys. So we're at 50. Now this week, I'm excited right now where we are. I'm super excited, super stoked. But my bubble will be burst. Because we already had 3 weeks of rise. Am I expecting a rise? I'm really not expecting a whole lot of rise. I'm expecting price to rise and then come back and no net, and then maybe continue. But let's see. Let's see. We had our 1, 2, 3. We had 4 months instead of just 3, right? So maybe we'll do something like that here. So let's see what happens. But we're in a good place, bro. We're in a good place, right? So I'm just leave it off like that. We're in a great place right now. And that's it, guys. That's today's um daily market breakdown. We got a couple things to look for. We got a Lewis special, the world famous Lewis trade. Um, I'm sorry I don't have my OBS on, so I don't know if anyone's asking any questions. The chat, I don't have it on. I can't see it. Let me see. Let me see if anyone asks any questions before we get out. Let me take a look at it. Raymond, buy or sell? What pair were you referring to? This is not a signals channel, but I can go over whatever you like, Raymond. I'll give you 15 seconds. Any questions, Mr. Muhammad? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Jumper, you know what pair we were on when Raymond asked that question? Or you, Muhammad, if you're still here? Mm. Yeah, and GJ Raymond, where we are in GJ, just so you know, it's not a place that I trade, which is in a peak formation, right? We in peak high. So I don't trade. That's why I keep that off. I don't trade. We at the top of just so you can see something. Buy or sell, there's nothing to do at this point. This point is you need to wait for the price to decide what's next. What do I mean by that is that you are at the top, right? You need to wait for price to accelerate, come back and give you a retest if you're going to go up. If it's going to go down, it's going to go down, create lower lows, lower highs. Right now, you're at the top. We're testing the highs of the zone. So there's no buy or sell. Right now is you need to wait to see where market is going to go. It's all good. So if you're still here, that's the take on this. We at the top of the zone, right? Some people tell you once it gets to the top, what you do, you sell, right? Those sellers was going short was for a short period of time before it came back to retest the highs. So when price comes in retest, price could either do that, go down, or could do what? Price could break, retest to continue, right? So you need to wait to either or because it's going to do this. If it's going to go down, it's going to break, retest. If it goes up, it's going to break and retest the line, the top side. So it's a matter of waiting right now to see what's next. There's a lot of Instagram gurus and Telegram gurus that are going to give you their take, right? Oh, buy or sell or whatever. Me is I have a simple philosophy I was taught. They move, we move, right? They show you their hands, you play your hand, not the opposite way. Now let me play my hand and hopefully, they catch up to me. We are nobody in this game. So I need to observe what they're doing first. Once they confirm what direction the price is going, then is when we, get in and we understand. Right now, there's no confirmation where price is going. Overall, yes, you do have uptrend movement overall, but you're getting into we're in a peak formation high zone, right? Meaning over here is a place where price will tends to turn around. So we need to wait for them to show us whether they're continuing to go up or they decided to pump the brakes and turn around, right? So that's right now we're waiting for that decision because as you can tell, how many times they touched the high. One, right? They made it. Touch once, touch twice, three times. This is the fourth time, right? So we need to wait. Break, retest to continue, or they're going back to the low. That's the play, just so you know. And great question, my brother. There's no such thing as any bad questions in here. The bad questions are the one that you don't ask, that people don't ask, and they stay with an idea that might not hold true. They might be incorrect. So good question. But make sure to like, subscribe. Make sure to join the Discord, Raymond. I'm sorry, Ramo. Um, where there's a lot more information being passed along throughout the day. And that's it, guys. So don't forget the 6 a.m. live trading room. It's gonna be starts between 6 and 7 a.m. To join, make sure to join the free Discord. The link will be posted when Mr. Jumper will go live to take a look at these setups and potentially take an entry live where you will benefit from the explanation, the confirmations on why he's taking these trades, and what he's seeing from a top to bottom perspective, from a 4-hour perspective, 30-minute perspective, 5-minute perspective charts. All right. So guys, I see you guys tomorrow also, 7 p.m. Eastern. Peace out.